I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Trevor Rodrigues Templar. He is the CEO and president at Aviso AI. Trevor, it's wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, Judy. Thanks for having us. It's exciting. I mean, there's a lot of energy in this place, and you know, it's something. It's a place I've always wanted to be. So.
Oh, great. Well, I'm so excited you're here. And before we get started, I just want to let our viewers know that this interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, so Trevor, tell me about Aviso AI. What do you do?
So, Aviso was purpose-built around AI. And when we started out, AI was this glimmer in folks' lives, was this black box. And over the years, with ChatGPT, et cetera, it's gotten really mainstream, right? You can think of us as the operating system for your revenue or your sales. We've got companies like Honeywell, Dell, some of the largest companies in the world, Seagate, et cetera, that use us. We've achieved amazing results. And then you've got high growth companies like RingCentral, GitHub, Armis, et cetera, that have achieved exciting results as well. And our goal really is to capture every interaction that takes place in the enterprise, whether it's a Zoom call, whether it's your email, calendar, information from your customer relationship management system, your ERP system, capture those interactions and synthesize them, provide intelligence, provide you with insights. And really at the end of the day, from a first principles perspective, our goal has always been to delight the end user, right? I mean, ever since Tom Siebel went to Larry Ellison, 1994, I think, and talked to him about the fact that he wanted to build a CRM system for salespeople. Mark, who's a mentor of mine, Larry, Tom, I've all discussed about how they delight the end user, right? But I really think the industry has never really delivered on that promise. And with Aviso, we hope to correct that. And our goal is to really provide information at your fingertips, ubiquitous across the enterprise, whether you're an AE or whether you're a manager or whether you're an executive, and help you put money in your pocket quicker, faster, in a more effective fashion. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Trevor, tell me, what are the biggest challenges sales teams have today that no one's talking about?
Sure.
And how does your company help your customers address these challenges?
Yeah, so this environment we're in, right? It's, you got an inverted yield curve. You've got, you've got high interest rates. You've got an environment coming after 10 years of a bull market. And I think in the last 10 years, for a large part, people could throw a dart at a board and do a deal. Now, of course, you've got a new paradigm where you're getting asked, what value are you actually providing? And people are realizing more and more, whether it's the CEO or whether it's the CRO or the CFO, there's this focus on value, what I call a flight to quality. And that's really helping Aviso, right? If you speak to Honeywell, Fortune 50 had a tremendous earnings call, doing really well in this environment. And they talk about the fact that we deliver 150 million in top line impact. We've also helped them consolidate their source systems, reduce costs by about $2 or $3 million. You go talk to $100 million in revenue, Armis. It's a hot startup that I hope will list with the NYSE. And again, they've got tremendous value from Aviso. So at the end of the day, what we're seeing is more and more customers need intelligence. There's a new focus on costs. There's this realization that they don't want a swivel chair approach, so they don't want multiple systems. And they're betting big on Aviso because we bring together all the information you need, whether it's from, again, as I said, from your Zoom calls, whether it's from your email, your calendar, and we provide intelligence on the edge. And that's what's really driving the value and the results we're seeing. So it's an exciting time for us, in both from an AI perspective as well as in our industry, right? So.
All right, and finally, Trevor, tell me, what's your take on how enterprise revenue teams can get more out of generative AI?
So, when you look at ChatGPT, right, AI was this black box. It was this arcane, almost like witchcraft for most folks out there, the lay public. And what ChatGPT has done, it's brought it front and center, right? And when I say front and center, it gives us this realization that you've got these large proprietary data sets where you can summarize information, get intelligence, look at patterns, look at trends. It's exciting because all of a sudden you start to question yourself. I mean, I've been in this business 25 years, at Salesforce. I'm a game theorist at heart, but I moved into sales, at Oracle, Salesforce, et cetera. And we spent millions of dollars, building these amazing UIs on top of these bespoke systems. And the realization now is, do you really need to do that? Because with conversational AI, you can interact with this data on the edge and get the intelligence you need. And when you start looking at these summaries of, these summaries that open up this vista of possibilities, when you start realizing about the value you can drive and have information at your fingertips, I mean, it's a whole exciting new world. And Aviso's announced Mickey, right? Mickey's basically, our homage to generative AI. It's for proprietary data sets. It's for large enterprise companies and small. But the difference between us and what you're seeing out there with, with a lot of companies, they just add GPT on, to their offerings is we're very conscious of security. We're very conscious of the fact that you can't just have, exchange of information across countries, across continents with GPDR, et cetera. So our stuff is very secure. We built these transformer type architectures to really address the need for enterprises to keep their data secure. At the same time, get the value that's out there from bleeding edge or cutting edge technology. So very excited about Mickey. It's basically machine intelligence and knowledge user interface, but I like to call it Mickey. It's my baby, and the fact that I can now deliver value to AEs out there, account executives, to CROs. They can just ask simple questions in English or French or German, never have to worry about training, never have to worry about navigating systems anymore, and they can get away from all that, all that rote work and that data entry work and focus on what they do best, which is basically execute and close revenue. I think it's exciting. I think it's going to transform the industry, and as you can tell, I'm really passionate about it, right? So.
Yes, I can tell you are very passionate about it. Well, Trevor, wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk today.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. So.